Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixie Growth, and today is Saturday here in New Zealand. I've been really busy, as you can see from my face how tired I am. This week was very busy and productive, I would say. As a building facilities manager, quite a lot of things going on. We had a heavy storm, so yeah, I had to had a couple of issues and stuff. So all good now, and I am back today with one of my videos. Last time I promised that I'm going to be making a video on mindset that is essential for financial growth. Last time we made a video on growth mindset, but this video is about growth mindset required for financial growth. Now what I have today here is a little bit of presentation, as well as I am here sitting with ChatGPT. So we're gonna talk to ChatGPT at the same time and do our presentation and see what's the outcome. And there are a couple of things that I want to say. So without wasting time, let's go in here. Financial growth, right? So what does financial growth mindset means? That's the first thing is. So basically last time when I was talking about its growth mindset, we were talking about how our mind works in terms of being positive, that the things that we can do and things we cannot do, and there are possibly a lot of things that we might not be able to do, but as long as you have the right attitude and you talk to your brain saying that maybe this is the first time for me, but I can learn this and I can adapt this and I can do this. So the very important thing is what is a growth mindset, right? Because that's really last time we did the explanation for this, and as I said just now, it's basically asking yourself, I've never done this before, this is the first time, I don't know how to do it, but I am having the willingness and the ability to learn this and I can do this. So basically having that positive mindset of doing things. So let's go ahead in our presentation and have a look. So as I said that, yeah, growth mindset, how a growth mindset can save money and ensure financial security. So this video is right about that, because everything starts with your mind. If you use your mind in the right way, I really believe that we can achieve quite a lot of things. So yeah, why mindset matters. uh, let's see why mindset matters. So the things that mindset does is it shapes your behaviors, keep your emotions in check, and focuses on what you contribute or you control, right? So shapes your behavior, basically, as I said, being positive, trying to do things that you have never done before, but you're trying to do. uh, Emotional check is really important, because sometimes you are really drained out and you have a lot of things happening back in the background with your family, your friends, in your personal relationships, and it can break down a person, and it it will affect you not only financially but in many other different ways. And so that's why it's really important um, to have the right mindset. And it basically, the right mindset will help you to focus on what the things that you need to control in your life in order to be happy and be financially stable. So other things are, it builds resilience to setback. That's a really important one, because it's failure is part of our life, and we should embrace it. It's like a feedback that if you fail and you learn something from that and then you step back again, that's really important. But if you fail and you cannot get back on your feet, that's when the problem is. And there is a lot, it's a very basic thing, and everyone would be saying that, thinking that, okay, this is very basic. Okay, you fail, most of the people get up and do their things, but there are a lot of people who can't do this. And that's why you need to really focus and train your mind to do look after the setbacks, look at what are the things that you need to work on, and then just move on in your life and improve your work, improve your next approach. um, Drives continuous improvement. Yes, because you have a growth mindset, you are continuously looking into new things, trying to adapt, trying to learn. So yes, growth mindset is really drives you to consistency. Now, what are the core principles to practice for financial growth? Let's look into that. I have done a couple of research. So basically what you do is the very first thing for finance. Basically, let me tell you, this video is not about how I'm giving you any sort of advice on how you do your finances. Don't get me wrong. This is not about that. This is a very basic video, just saying that this is how I do it. This is the basic steps. Financial advice, you can take it from an expert or licensed advisors if you really want to go into those kind of investment and stuff. But this is just basically helping people to start from, just to prep their mind. So tracking versus guesswork. Usually what I used to do as well is like, okay, every month my expenses would be this XYZ, but I never went into tracking it properly. Not that I'm saying that you have to be go crazy about it and just keep tracking every single month until the entire year, but maybe just 1 or 2 months, that is good enough, because that gives you the exact figure, and then you can see what are the excess that you are spending over. So if there are any leaks or any unwanted subscription or any impulse buys, yeah, you can work on those kind of things. Set small goals. It's really important to have some goals to save, reduce one unnecessary expense. Maybe you are having a subscription that you might not need, but probably you can get away with not having it, or maybe you must be buying something out of an impulse, like you just very quick decision, no, I want this, but without thinking about it. So yeah, you need to really start looking into those kind of things. And I have a couple more things in the slide. So what else it does is, so the core principle, the other core principles are embrace and learn. That's really, really important. When you are embracing the things around you, your setbacks, your failures, it's really important. Everyone does mistakes. Listening is really important skills. I have understood this is how important it can be when you're listening to anyone around you. No matter who they are, there is always something to learn and get the feedback from them and be a better person. Now the last one is positive self-talk. So basically, as the start of the video we said what is mindset, and then I said it's basically telling yourself that you have never done this, but I can do this. So it's basically, maybe I'm bad with the money, but I can learn and improve on how to save my money. That's the first step to it. Now it also includes maintain motivation and resilience. So that's another thing. So advanced strategies, I have a couple of advanced strategies that I thought I'll put that up over here. That's building emergency buffer. Now very first thing is, now with the previous core principle, if you're following that principle, you have already know that this is your monthly expenses, and these are the excess in your expenses that you can cut down and save those money. It does not matter. It can be $10, $50, $100. It can be any money that you can save from, and usually most of the people have that kind of ability to cut down. 99% of the time I've spoken to someone and they've been able to do that. There were some or the other leaks in their expenses. So yes, start small. Now once you have that small cut downs, you have that money, you use that money towards saving. So it's when you're doing savings, it's really important to have emergency funds. Now, what are emergency funds? Basically, emergency fund can be anything in regards to your car breakdown, or an your mobile phone is lost or stolen, but that's not too big, can be $1,000 but when you have bigger expenses, like for example to protect yourself in case you don't have jobs for 3 months, 6 months, or a year. So basically it's recommended to go back and check all the expenses, like the very basic expenses this time that you need to survive throughout the month. That could be your mortgage, your food, your travel, in travel, not going out, I mean travel to work or something. So in case, for example, if you lose your job and the one person working, and you have to say okay, or maybe like usually people do for two people, but if it is one person, at least one person expenses for next 6 months to 1 year is highly recommended to have before you jump into any sort of investments. So investments is good, but I think this is I've heard a lot, and you can do your own research and find out that you need to have that liquid emergency fund for yourself. So basically what you can do is, to make it easy, you can automate your funds. Like for example, this, as soon as the salary comes in, okay, this is the amount that's going to go into the savings. Once you have that buffer emergency funds, then you can look into investment, and then you can be like, okay, $10 going into shares or going into savings or something like that. Like there are a couple of accounts that you go and speak to the bank, and they will tell you where you can continuously keep adding the money, and then you get a little bit of interest on that. Now also your bills can be all automated, so you don't really wait to pay for them, and everything is gone, so you don't have to really worry about expenses. So yeah, it's really important. I think it's really handy tool, and you don't really have to think too much about your finances towards the end of the month. So you should be doing that. Now other advanced strategies include continuous learning. Obviously learning is really important, because if you don't know what you're trying to do with your money that you have, like how you're going to invest it, probably you might lose it investing into the right kind of wrong portfolio, sorry. So basically investing is important with learning. Take professional advices, join supportive groups where they can give you advices, but of course obviously no one takes the risk of giving you advice to go and invest here, or do this or do that. You have to be your own teacher, or go and take some financial advice, learn about investments. You always need to know what are your risks, and what are the what's the risk that you can take, and what's the risk you cannot take, right? So saving and investing wisely. So the very first thing is saving strategies and investment strategies. Now let's go and talk to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT has been waiting for a long time for me to speak to him. So we're going to talk about what is the first mindset step towards saving strategies. So what is the first mindset step toward saving strategies? So yeah,
First mindset step toward effective saving strategies is shift from spending first to saving first mindset. Instead of saving what's left after spending, save first and spend what's left. What this looks like. Before, let me pay bills and enjoy a bit, then I'll save if there's anything left. After, I'll put aside $200 as soon as I get paid. The rest is for my needs and wants. Why this mindset matters. It makes saving a priority, not an afterthought.
Absolutely, that's really well said, and it does in line with what I said earlier about automating your investments. So when you take a part of your money that you know that this is going to be an excess, which I don't require to pay my bills, that is going towards savings, and then you spend your money so that you don't have that extra money to go and go and, oh, today I want to eat in the restaurant. No, you don't, when you don't have it and it's already gone into saving, maybe you might not go and eat outside unnecessarily.
Builds discipline. Stop waiting for the perfect month to start saving. Helps develop long-term habits like emergency funds and investment growth. Would you like me to turn this into a short script or bullet for your live session?
Now, can you tell me about investment mindset and why investments is important? Right, it's been
Absolutely. Here's a clear breakdown for your live session. Investment mindset, long term, not just instant gratification. What is an investment mindset? It's the belief that money can grow if you plant it in the right place and give it time. You focus on future value instead of short term spending. You accept risks wisely and understand that waiting pays off. Why is investment important? 1. Beats inflation. Saving alone won't keep up with rising costs. Investing helps your money grow faster than inflation.
very rightly said. If you put the money in your account and keep it under saving, it's not really going to help with the inflation. You really need to channelize the money that you have towards investments, like basically putting some money in shares, or buying, if you have enough money to buy a property, or diversifying your portfolio of investment is really important based on the risk that you can take. Because if you are doing shares for a very short time, there is a possibility that you might lose your money, and no one want to lose their money. So probably you're not going to use more than 50% of your money towards shares, probably 10% or 20%, and put it for a longer term, like 10 years, 5 years, and then you can see your money growing. So yeah, this is again, take your own advices, learn about it, and then you can do your investments accordingly.
2. Builds wealth over time. Compound interest means your money earns money. A small, regular investment can turn into a big amount over years. 3. Creates financial freedom. Investments can generate.
I'm sure that you know the power of compounding interest. It's really powerful, and over years, a lot of people have got good returns on the compounding interest. You can go and do your research, and if you have any question, probably shoot up in the message in the comment section, and then I can reply back to that.
Passive income, like dividends or rental income. One day you can retire early or work less without worrying about money. Hash 4.
Well, not that I plan to retire, but that sounds really good that you have enough money to live your life after that, after a couple of years, and then you are free to do what you want to do. So that's pretty cool.
Helps you reach big goals. Want to buy a house, fund your child's education, or travel the world? Investing helps turn dreams into reality with a clear plan. Example of investment mindset shift. Old way. Let me buy the latest iPhone now. New way. If I invest this $2,000 in index funds today, it could become $6,000 plus in 10 years. Would you like this turned into short sentence?
Right. So as I said, yes, impulse buy, and it's really bad. So use your money wisely. Now let's go ahead with our presentation. And so next we got an example. Just I want to share an example. An average cup of coffee and muffin, let's say if you have every single day, it's $10, and $10 into 5 is $50, and 50 into 52 weeks over the year is $2,600 yearly you just spend on a cup of coffee and muffin. Now for the matter of fact, if you go to your local grocery store and buy grounded coffee and box of muffin, I did my calculation last time, and from Pack and Save in New Zealand, Auckland, it can go up to not more than $300 to $400. So that's a huge difference, and I can save this money. So there are many other examples, but this is just one basic example. I wanted to put that up in the slide. So what else get better with growth mindset? Now I know that this video is about growth mindset for financials, but I also wanted to highlight the importance of growth mindset, because that is really important, and I have a couple of points that I wanted to share with you. So it improves your relationships because you are putting some pressure on your mind to think and make things better for yourself. So yes, your relationships gets improved. It also improves your mental health because you are not under constant pressure of money and struggling for money, because you have sorted your financial. You might not be rich, but you are not under pressure. You have self-confidence. Again, if you know that you have certain amount of money to protect you and your family, you have confidence in yourself, and you can try out a few different things in your life, take a little bit of risk, but yeah, so self-confidence is really important for all these things. You become better parents. You can do a better parenting because you are not always running behind your money. You are spending some time with your family, your kids, and this makes you a better parents if you are really sorted. So summary and call of action. Now let's put this all together, what we need to do, and to have make our finances better in our life. Having growth mindset towards finance, growth mindset towards yourself, your family, your life. That's track, of course, is really important. Everyone says be accountable. What is accountability? Accountability is tracking and knowing what's happening, what's it's under your basically having a control of what's going around here. Now automate, yes, because you don't want to go for every $10 or a $50 expense for your bills and stuff, and do transaction stuff. So if you automate things, it makes your life way much easier towards, if you, no matter your salary is weekly, fortnightly, you can just automate these items. Save, you know, you have tracked, you know what are the leaks, you have reduced those leaks because you have going on you're following the steps of a growth mindset, and then you have saved that money. To use that money to save, now you have the buffer for emergencies for 6 months to 1 year. Now whatever money you have, you try to invest that money to beat the inflation, not just put it in a bank and save it. But again, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your research and adjust. Always keep adjusting and learning, because once you are comfortable, you are not growing. You need to know that once you're comfortable, you're not growing. And keep learning every single time. Learn from others, take the feedbacks in a good way. Don't get your ego in between things, and listen to people. Learn as much as you can. And all I want to share is you making your life better. And of course, comment your first mindset shift, if whatever you got while watching this video, because when you comment is really important. It gives me quite good feedback that how I need to learn and improve myself. So comment what's your first mindset shift after watching this video, or if you're on the already on the journey of shifting your mindset from a fixed mindset to growth mindset, and you want to use the mindset for your financial growth as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I have an upcoming video. Everyone is talking about the world, the things happening in the world, and one of the video I saw was the geopolitical position of Hormuz Canal, which is in the Gulf area near the Iranian this countryside, and I am coming up with that video and presentation very soon. So stay tuned until my next video is out. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comment, like it, share it with your friends. Thank you so much.